Hello students. Today we will learn about the biography of William Blake. He was born on the 28th of November 1757 in London. His father was James Blake and mother was Catherine Wright. There are a number of genres to which he belongs to. He was a visionary poet, a painter and a printmaker. He was associated with the Romanticism movement. He was also known as pre-Romantic because he showed the themes of emotion and imagination earlier in the age of Neoclassicism, which was the age of logic and rationality. He was called as a romantic outsider because his style and visions were too unique for the readers of 18th century. Next we will talk about the education of William Blake. He attended no regular school like the rest of the kids. His mother encouraged him to draw and copy pictures. At the age of 10 he went to Henry Parr's drawing school. He learned engraving there. He was apprenticed to James Besayer when he was 14. He lived there for 7 years. James was a British engraver. He did many engravings for churches, monuments and buildings. When Blake was 22 he was enrolled at Royal Academy of Arts in London. After graduating, he began working as a professional engraver. He engraved illustrations for books and poetic collections. In 1792 he got married to Catherine Boucher. She didn't know about writing and reading. Blake taught her and then she assisted him in printing his illustrated books. In 1783, he published his first book of poems, Political Sketches, when he was about 20 years old. William developed his own technique called as illuminated printing. It was a mix of text and hand color images. Instead of publishing poems in plain text, Blake created books where words and images were engraved together, then hand-colored each page with Catherine's help. His work of Songs of Innocence and Experience was made with illuminated printing. Do you know that William Blake was regarded as visionary poet? Since childhood he claimed that he had visions. When he was around 4 to 5 years old, he said he saw God's face appear at the window. At the age 9, he claimed that he saw a tree full of angels. He was also known as an imaginary poet because he relied more on vision, imagination and spiritual insight than on reason and reality. Blake was unique in his sense as he turned his imagination and vision into poetry and art. Let me tell you about the difference between imagination and vision. Imagination is the creative power to form ideas and images yourself, just like you and I can imagine a river of milk with our creative power. While vision is deep, it is often spiritual and prophetic, just like revelations. Blake was a spiritual poet because he believed that true reality was found in spiritual realm. His writings were not mere literature but prophecies and poetic revelations of human imagination in politics. He makes religious themes like of Bible mystical visions and moral lessons. His religious outlook was visionary, mystical and imaginative. He rejected Christianity due to its corruption and oppression. William Blake admired French and American Revolution. He critiqued the British monarchy and aristocracy while attacking an alliance between church and state. He observed child labor, poverty and exploitation during revolutions, therefore he critiqued social injustice. You must have known by now the themes in Blake's writings. He set a contrast between innocence and experience while explaining purity versus corruption. He preferred imagination over reason and rationalism, which was more about logic and science. He advocated free and mutual love. His themes were mostly based on myth, prophecy and vision. He distrusted Enlightenment age when thinkers emphasized science and facts. Understand visionary art of William Blake through an example. We all know that it is a fact in reality that a tiger has orange fur with black stripes, sharp teeth and glowing eyes. But in his work, The Tiger, Blake arises a question about it. He says that, did he who made the lamb make thee? Now this question is ignited by his imagination, and the tiger is now a symbol of fear and mystery to us, and it questions the divine power. So according to William Blake, imagination and vision turn an ordinary object into a spiritual symbol that asks big queries about God, creation and evil. That's all for today. I hope you have well understood the visionary art of William Blake.